Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. Today's video, we're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns schedule for 2024 and what is Deshaun Watson going to do this year going into the 2024 season. It's our Cleveland Browns weekly report. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards Football. My special guest, he's from Cleveland, Ohio. I call him the Eddie Levert of the Cleveland Browns. My man, Mr. Erie Gray, joins me today as I'm your host, Vincent Turner. So let's jump into it today. Mr. Gray, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I ain't barking today. I'm a little upset. Been watching these prognosticators talk about my Browns, man. I give my Browns respect, so I'm ready to go in on them on this show. So let's get going. You included.
Oh, okay. If you like the video, please comment and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards Football. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns schedule. And I think one of the things that we need to talk about is that y'all got the toughest schedule based on what people are saying out there about the Cleveland Browns. So when I look at y'all's schedule and y'all open it up with the Dallas Cowboys September the 8th, Tom Brady, who's now going to go to the booth, is going to be his first game. To be honest, y'all should have the toughest schedule because y'all in Cleveland, Ohio, has been talking about y'all got a Super Bowl team. So I don't understand why a lot of people in Cleveland are upset at y'all schedule because really last year y'all made the playoffs without Deshaun Watson. Y'all made it with a backup quarterback. So
okay, let me stop you right there, sir.
wait. Hold up. One thing we do here on 100 Yards Football is that we allow our guests to talk. This
Yes,
is
sir.
no rapid run the mill show where you're going to talk over people and you're going to act crazy. We're going to do this as gentlemen because I'm going to let you say what you got to say because we had a very intimate conversation the other day and you got highly upset. So I'm going to go again to y'all schedule. Hold your places. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to give you the floor right now about your schedule. You do all that woofing and barking out of Cleveland, Ohio, but y'all got the toughest schedule. So the way I look at it is like this. If you go woof and boof, back it up. Now you have the floor.
Well, you keep saying y'all. No one in Cleveland is upset about the schedule. You want to say we had the toughest schedule. That's that's not accurate because every year in the playoffs, you have 6 to 7 different teams make the playoffs. So what you did last year don't account for what you're gonna do today because you can't account for injuries, you can't account for suspensions or anything that may pop up during the season that would say the team we playing this year is the same team that we played last year. You have roster turnover. Most of the teams that we're playing this year had 20 to 30% roster turnover. They're not the same teams that had the same records that they had last year. So I don't care about the script of schedule. Kevin Stefanski says we play who we play, one game at a time, and your Cowboys are first.
So are you finished? Do I have the floor now?
Yes, Mr. Vince.
Okay, I don't know why you keep bringing up the Cowboys. This is a Cleveland Browns weekly show, but people out there.
I brought the Cowboys because that's the first game. You said Cowboys. You brought them up first.
Let me go back it over again here on 100 Yards of Football. I know you're excited about your Cleveland Browns this year. I know you're excited about your season. I know you want to talk noise, but we have what I call a gentleman's kind of feeling here that we allow people to talk. We do not talk over people. This is not a podcast that's in the gutter. This is not a podcast that's out in the streets. We handle this professionally. So I'm going to say it again. Do you have anything else to say before I come on the mic right now?
Okay, what I'm gonna say right now is you said that I keep bringing up your Cowboys. You brought up the Cowboys first with them being our first game. That's why I said the Cowboys coming first. And with that, I'm not being a gentleman. I'm being passionate. I'm a fan. I'm a fanatic. I'm a Cleveland Brown fan. Fanatics go wild. Fanatics go crazy. In the dog pound, we get loose. So if I speak out of turn, I apologize. That doesn't mean I'm not professional. I'm a diehard Cleveland Brown fan, speaking my mind, speaking my heart. With that, you have the floor.
Okay, are you sure, Mr. Gray?
Yes, sir.
Are you very sure today here on 100 Yards of Football? Okay, let me start with your schedule. Okay, you got the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Okay, you got the Chargers and Justin Herbert. You got Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You got us opening first game of the year with the Cowboys. You got the Dolphins and Mr. Tua. You got the Raiders and Antonio Pierce. They supposed to be another level. You got the Broncos with Sean Payton. So basically, all I'm saying when I look at your schedule, and I did read some things where your Browns, some of your fan base, not you speaking of, were upset because y'all thought the schedule was too tough. So you talking about y'all passionate. I understand that. Y'all passionate. Y'all got a quarterback, Deshaun Watson. I seen a young man play at high school in Gainesville, Georgia, because we broadcasted live here out of the day out of Metro Atlanta area. But see, I'm going to get to the real point. I look at y'all depth chart. I like the players y'all got. You got Amari Cooper. I think y'all overpaid for Jerry Jeudy. He hasn't really proved anything in this league. I think Myles Garrett now is the best defensive player since Aaron Donald's retired. So, and I think Grant Delpit is a very Pro Bowl safety. But at the end of the day, and we're not going to get into this where you don't get upset and you talking about you passionate, right? But passionate, y'all haven't won nothing since 1964. Okay, the year when Jim Brown, Paul Warfield, Frank Ryan brought that coveted NFC championship to Cleveland. So when I'm looking at when you saying you passionate, you all over the place today here on 100 Yards of Football, y'all haven't won nothing. Nothing. Can you understand that? And that's to the Cleveland Browns nation. So don't come on here today trying to put me at the Dallas Cowboys. The thing, as we talked about off air, it's about championships. You're right. It don't matter what you done last season. What are you going to do in 2024? Since you're going to put the Cowboys, us on me on blast today, last time I checked, even though we haven't won a chip since 1996, but we got five. Matter of fact, to your Browns nation, y'all haven't even been to the Super Bowl. So don't tell me about you passionate doing all this bark or all that, because y'all ain't won nothing. And you got a quarterback. Lord, help this to me. He has to stay healthy this year. Y'all got a Super Bowl roster. But everything goes around with Deshaun Watson. He took the Houston Texans to a level that really, that's why the Texans are right now good in the AFC South. Because the blueprint Deshaun Watson left there. I was excited when he came to the Browns, but he has not stayed healthy. And he got that price tag of what, $230 million, 5 years? Career stats, 16,756 yards, 118 touchdowns. So for you start getting all over talking me today, we're going to have a good show out there. I'm going to give you the floor back. Y'all haven't won nothing. So stop talking about all this passionate stuff. Stop talking about that, baby. Us and the Cowboys and the Browns are in the same boat. We got two quarterbacks that's making a lot of money. Neither one of them has gotten to that championship game. Neither one of them has gotten to the Super Bowl since you keep bringing the Cowboys up. I agree with you. Me as a Cowboys fan, I'm not excited. My thinking to this is being a passive fan from the Cowboys fan base is that if you do not get to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, your season is a bust. So when I look at both teams, y'all roster is way more talented than our roster. Y'all got Pro Bowl players all over the place. We don't. But our quarterbacks are in the same boat. And as I look at you and you made these comments, what did you say? Roof? You a passionate fan base? At the end of the day, y'all have not won nothing. So we're going into 2024. You coming on here today? I love you, baby, because we bringing the passion. But bag up, let people talk, because y'all haven't won nothing. And y'all in that tough AFC North. Because the Steelers are coming with Russell Wilson. I know you told me the other day on the phone that Joe Burrow is 1-5 against y'all. That's in the past, though.
But you ain't.
That's in the past. Let me finish. And then Lamar Jackson.
Been talking 15 minutes.
Look, you told me you won't give me the floor, and it hadn't been 15 minutes. So check your stats and check your mind. Maybe you got all time. I don't know. We at 10:39 as far as the show minutes. And then Lamar Jackson's got the Ravens to the AFC Championship game. So I'm going to give it back to you.
For my fans in Cleveland, you know who we'll call you? We'll call you Jay Crawford. Because you just take over the show and just talk out the side of your neck, over talking, saying facts, and just repeating yourself and not saying nothing. Everybody know we ain't won a championship since 1964. You ain't telling nobody that. I'm a Brown fan. We done went through all the pain. I done felt the fumble. I done felt the drive. I know all that. You ain't telling me nothing new. But what I want to tell you now, when AB came into the Cleveland Browns organization, and we brought in Kevin Stefanski, we had a 5-year plan.
AB, you got to get the guy's full name here. Give him credit. AB. A lot of people, we were not Browns fans. We're not in the Browns.
Andrew Berry.
Thank you.
Andrew Berry.
Okay, thank
you. The
you.
youngest GM in the NFL. Anyway, he had a 5-year plan. You know, we're in year 3 of that 5-year plan right now. 2 of those years were derailed from suspension for Deshaun Watson and last year injury. Our roster is stacked, as you say. You know what I'm saying? And we brought back, while other teams are bringing back, losing 20 to 30% of their roster for the first time in a while, we brought back 93% of our roster. We got embarrassed in Houston in the playoffs last year. These boys come back hungry, passionate, as I keep saying, wanting to win a championship. It's not going. I bet you it won't be as long as it has been before we be there. We on our way. Deshaun Watson needs to get his act together. I'm gonna tell you that, which I believe he's on his way to do that. Now you know from Gainesville, Florida, you know that boy's upbringing. You know where he come from. You believe he's gonna stay down like this? You believe he's gonna let the critics keep bashing his name and not go back into the superstar Deshaun Watson that he once was? You don't think he's driven to get back to that echelon, to that high level? When he first came out, him and Patrick Mahomes were 1 and 2 before all these ordeals came on. You don't think he want to get back to that level? He will get back to that level. They just installed a new offense, the same offense Bill O'Brien was running when he was in Houston. Getting more familiar with the spread offense, the 3-4 receiver sets plus throwing Njoku in there because you got to get Njoku the ball. You know, we're still going to run the ball, but we don't have that run game as we had once Chubb got hurt last year. So we transforming the offense sort of. So you talk about Lamar Jackson. He ain't won nothing. You talk about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is 1-5 against the Cleveland Browns. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin holding them on by a thread. You still got faith in Russell Wilson. You're crazy. I'm more afraid of what Justin Fields is going to do, but I'm wondering why they got rid of him out of Chicago as fast as they did. So Pittsburgh don't scare me. The Browns are coming. The Cleveland Browns are coming. We are stacked. We had the number 1 defense in the NFL last year. We had the number 2 pass defense. We had the number 1 rush defense. We got Myles Garrett, the most dominant defensive player in the NFL. So that schedule don't bother me. The NFC North don't bother me. We went 4-2 in the NFC. No, I say that we went 3-3 in the NFC North last year, with Pittsburgh surprisingly having the best record in the NFC North with 5-1. But we would have been 4-2 if we wouldn't have gave away that game, the last game to Cincinnati, you know, because we rest all our players. But we were real competitive in the AFC North. We right there in the thick of it with everybody. So all that noise you talking, I'm not scared. We coming. The Cleveland Browns are coming. In 1964, you won't be able to say, you know, the last time we won something was 1964 anymore. I guarantee you that.
If you like the show today, please come in and share. We surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards Football. You said the NFC North 3 times, but you kind of cleaned
it up. I mean AFC North. You got me hyped. I apologize. They know they know who I'm talking about.
Okay, and Deshaun Watson is not from Gainesville, Florida. It's Gainesville, Georgia. right outside Athens. So I know you upset right now because you got a little, maybe got a little bit in your feelings because I threw that shot in there with you. But we're going to end this today. The Browns had the toughest schedule. I got a lot of respect for that. Y'all got a Super Bowl roster. From hearing what you just said, y'all got a Super Bowl quarterback. But there's one thing I took from your conversation while you was talking, Mr. Gray. You said that Deshaun Watson has to do something right now. So I see there's a little concern now about him performing. To me, Deshaun Watson, if he stays healthy, y'all going to be a playoff team and probably win the division. But there's injuries that are concerning. And he had last year he had a rotator cuff injury, right? Was that a rotator cuff?
No, he broke the bone in the rotator cuff socket. It wasn't It wasn't a rotator cuff injury. It was a tissue injury. It was a bone injury. So it was a fractured bone in the glenoid socket.
Okay. Don't get me wrong, and it's to Browns Nation, to all the Cleveland Browns fans out there. I love Deshaun Watson. I loved him when he won a national championship ring with the Clemson Tigers. I think his game is when he's on this game, he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the game. But I'm going to leave you with this today, and I'm going to give it back to you to have final words today on our Cleveland Browns weekly report, and as we talk about their schedule. You brought up Patrick Mahomes and him were 1 and 2 when they came out in the NFL draft, correct? And I'm correct.
I wasn't saying like 1 and 2. I'm saying they were ranked. You know, they were the top 2 quarterback prospects coming out.
Okay, my final words today here on 100 Yards Football about our Cleveland Browns weekly report as we talk about their schedule, Deshaun Watson. But see, that's one parallel that you didn't bring up. You know what that parallel was? And I want you in the Cleveland Browns nation to understand this. Lake Erie. Patrick Mahomes got 3 chips. Deshaun Watson, 0. Expectations. You can do all that woofing. The dog pound. But expectations. Y'all should get to the AFC Championship game. I leave it at that. Final words today from my guest, the Eddie Levert of the Cleveland Browns with our Cleveland Browns weekly report, Mr. Eric Gray.
My final words, I just can't wait for the season to get started. You know, like I always say, like I said earlier, you know, said I'm a fan. You know, I'm not a superstar at this. I love my Browns. I know football. I know my team, and I'm passionate. And I apologize for my passion, but my passion will never go away. You know what I'm saying? I've been a Browns fan since 1980. Well, 79, 80. So it's in my blood. I bleed brown and orange. And that's all I got to say about that, baby.
I'd like to thank our producer today, the very talented Mr. Logan Landers, for making it happen today. I'm so sorry that I didn't give him his proper introduction when we opened the show today. Thank you today, Mr. Landers, for making it happen.
Thank you,
the Cleveland Browns nation, much respect and love. And I'm going to go and say it out there. Yes, I'm part of the Dallas Cowboys nation. Since Mr. Gray put it out there, he wants to say I'm a Dallas Cowboys nation. No question about it. I'm part of the Dallas Cowboys. My final words here on 100 Yards Football today. As the season gets started, it's no problem being passionate about your fan base, whether you're New England, whether you're the Falcons, whether you're the Cleveland Browns, or whether you're the Dallas Cowboys. The bottom line to this game is about championships. That's what the great ones are remembered by. And all I'm saying is, as I lead today here on 100 Yards Football, to Mr. Eric Gray, the Eddie Levert of the Cleveland Browns and Cleveland Browns Nation, y'all haven't won none since 1964, baby. Paul Warfield, Jim Brown, Frank Ryan. That's a long time. Y'all be blessed here on 100 Yards of Football.